Let me give you a lesson about what a circle song is. A circle song is a song of vocal improvisation that has several parts to it. It has a motor, it has a counter, it has a bass, it has percussion, it has an ad-lib melody, it has harmony for the motor, and sometimes harmony for the counter. Here's an example of one. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, I want to let you hear the different parts of an example circle song that I just made up. So the first part is the motor. The motor is the main musical idea that everything else is built around. Let's listen to the motor. In this case, I repeated it over and over right beside each other, but sometimes the motor like that would be the first measure, and then you'd have a blank measure. So the pattern would be da 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 da, 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. Either of those options are fine. The next piece is the counter. Let's listen to the counter, which is the part that fills in the blank space around the motor. Da 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 da. So let's listen to how the motor and the counter fit together. The next part is a bass. Bass is the foundational note. It usually lets us know what key we're in. Let's listen to the bass part. Boom, ba, boom. Boom, ba, boom. So in this case, the note is the same pitch repeated with an interesting rhythm. So let's listen to the first three parts, the motor, the counter, and the bass together. Notice that the motor has more of a steady rhythm, and the counter and the bass are more syncopated. All right, the next part is the percussion. In this case, the percussion sound is something like a shaker. Or maybe it's like playing on the hi-hat. Now let's listen to what these four parts sound like together. Are you getting some ideas for what you could do? I'm going to leave the ad-lib part till the end. Now, when asking you to create a circle song, I only want you to do the first four parts, and if you're comfortable, doing an ad-lib on top of it. But to demonstrate what two other parts might be, here's a harmony of the motor and a harmony of the counter. So let's listen to the harmony of the motor first. So that part matches the motor. Let's listen to them together. All right. And then there is the harmony of the counter. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, let's listen to the counter and the harmony to the counter together. So now let's listen to all six parts except for the ad-lib. All right, and now let's listen to what it would sound like with a melody that's improvised. Just listening to the other parts and just singing whatever comes to mind. Here we go. And that's an example of a circle song. So hopefully this will help you to understand what the parts are, how they work well together, so that you'll be able to create your own. Thank you for listening.